Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Stash Dive Tuesday. I have actually even gone stash diving for my photos today. And you'll recall last week I had a bowl from the kitchen that had all this stuff dumped in it that was left over from projects, and all of the stuff that was in it had at one time been in about 15 different containers. And from that, I put everything away from that bowl that kind of had a place to go away. And I put some of the other stuff in and get ready for it. This is not a bowl. It is a drawer, and I've removed it from the cube that it lived in to make room for albums. And I have a little, this box right here contains frames, and that kind of used to be out on a piece of furniture, but I decided to put it in the drawer. This has date stamps. Let me see if I can put it more on camera there. This has like date and phrase stamps, and I think there's a piece of something, and there's a piece of a frame in there. There's some junk, some folder type things, some naked chip alphas, just stuff, die cut stuff, tail end of sticker things, stuff, just junk. So I have found my photos, and I'm going to use as much junk as seems appropriate without going too overboard or crazy, because one of the other things that I found when I was organizing last week, and I wanted to use it on a layout, is this gel print. And I love it because of the different patterns. This was made with, it's about 3 or 4 different layers, but it was made, there are 2 different sizes of bubble wrap. This was big, gigantic bubble wrap. And then you can see right in here some small bubble wrap. This was a piece of burlap that didn't really print very well, but I think that may be where I put my photo. So I'm just going to use it as it is. And it has not only regular latex paint, but it also has some Creative FX, Vicky Bouton's kind of shiny teal colored, Creative FX is what it's called. So it's got a lot of textures, and it's got some shimmer to it. And I'm going to tear it around, leaving a little bit of a white border around, but not this uneven one. This is just a piece of typing paper. And the photos I have are of this jersey. Now, there's a story here, and I'm going to have some extensive journaling on the back of this page. This is a jersey, a jersey that James bought when Barrett first started playing football. I think it was in 6th grade. He was in middle school, but there was a team that was associated with the high school team, Centennial, that he plays for now. And it's got this big giant, it's a huge shirt. It's got this big giant photo of him and his name and his number there. And James, I think, originally ordered it for himself. He hasn't said this, but I think that's the case. And then when he realized Barrett would be embarrassed for him to wear it, I'm going to put that up closer so you can see it, he decided to give it to me. So I loved it because it's a great fabric that kind of flows, or, drapes, I guess is the word that you use when you're describing fabric. It has a drape to it that kind of bypasses a lot of ugliness. And I could wear it in summertime or wintertime. Summertime wore by itself. Wintertime, it was big enough for me to layer over other shirts and sweaters. So I loved it. But he decided that he was going to play his senior year in Kentucky, where his mom lives. And so he wasn't going to play at Centennial. And my sister had seen it. My sister has some learning disabilities, and she's just a delightful person. I'm going to ink the edges of this while I'm talking. And that ink is ground espresso. And I'm just doing this to kind of add some dimension. I laid the jerseys on, or jersey, front side and back side on the floor, took the photos, printed the photos, and then I fussy cut them out. But she doesn't travel well, and once the kids started getting busy with their lives, they couldn't travel to visit her. They kind of stopped coming with me to go visit her. So she still thinks of him. He's 17, mind you. She still thinks of him as the baby that she last spent a lot of time with. So she calls him Baby Barrett. And so I came back on my way back from the retreat I went to in September. I drove down to Louisiana and stopped and visited her. And I was wearing this shirt. And when she saw it, she said, "Oh, Kathy, you have Baby Barrett's picture on your shirt. Oh, I wish I had a shirt like that. I want that shirt." So I decided to give it to her. And these were photos I took before I put it in a box and mailed it to her. And every time I talk to her, she says, "I'm wearing Baby Barrett's shirt." So she's thrilled. Made her just as happy as she could be. So I've got those ready, and I'm going to layer them like this so you can see Knight's, which is the front, and then I've got his photo, which is the back, and I'm going to put him somewhere, but not before digging some stuff out of my thing. So he actually has decided not to go to Kentucky, and he is excited about playing for Centennial this year. His coming year is his senior year. I could layer it. The colors are blue, black, and white. So I could layer this on top of this paper, which is what I first had in mind. And I think that would look good. But I had another idea about, I could go with something like lime green or pink to just introduce other colors into the mix. Or we could use my favorite paper ever in the history of papers, and I could put that on black. I think I don't know what to think. I think I'm going to go with the blue. I'm going to go back to my original choice. I pulled this paper pad out to get that blue paper, and I'm going to stick with that decision. Okay, where's my trimmer? It's got this, the black does too, but this has kind of a nice mixed media sort of look to it. And I think it'll go well with the jelly print. So let's see how this will work. I'm going to kind of just start tearing right here. I have more experience tearing cardstock and photo paper. Photo paper is great. It has a good, I'm going to have some, this is going to be hard to do right here. I've got this little bag of fibers. I could do something like that to hide the fact that that was still straight. So let me see what I can do. This was maybe not the best idea. I maybe should have just decided to kind of tear it inside the border. And I, could still do that. But I don't want to lose this. And what that is, what you're seeing there, which are these, and it's kind of the same thing that you see on a lot of Vicky's artwork. That's the paint that's stuck to the gel plate. And you just put a little, you brayer a little bit more wet paint over it thinly so that it sticks to it. It gets just dry enough and sticky enough to stick to it, and then it lifts it up. So that's also a good way to clean your gel plate. So I'm going to kind of go like this, and that means this one needs to be torn more. And I wish I'd maybe done this off camera, because this is driving me nuts to do it on camera, and I can about imagine how it's affecting you. Okay, there. I'll let it be kind of uneven there. I am gonna go ahead and tear this. There's not much that I worry about losing here, but I do want to be careful and not lose a lot there. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down like this, and I kind of somewhat center it, and now I'm going to start layering on top of it, and especially on this side that the pattern didn't take. In my frame box, I have this, which is a relatively new frame. It's a 49 in market, and actually I'm going to lift that up. It's like a weathered wood look, and it's gorgeous. And I thought that could be the base of my photo cluster. And then I can layer some other frames on top of it, which I think I will do. I started to pull out a sports-related collection and just pull some stuff from it. And I will tell you that I may go hunt for a football to work into a cluster somewhere. I don't think there are any footballs in here, and I'm not inclined to go through everything and look. But I do know where there are some footballs, so I may do that. So I reserve the right to go add a football. Although it isn't about playing football, it's about giving up the shirt. So I'm going to put it here, kind of so that it it has inside of it, it has some of this side, this print, and some of this print, and it goes off the edge here. The edge, the cut edge is shown. And let me pull my frames. What else do I have here? Ooh, I kind of like that, but don't know if I would have much of a use for that. This is just for fun or just so fun. It's a good color. This one says things to remember. That's a double frame, not going to use that. Don't have. This is a gray frame that I punched a crown out of, obviously for Calvin Ball. Here are some pieces, frame pieces. This is 49 in Market. I think I've already used one of those. There's an interesting frame that looks different. So let's see how I can work. This, I think, would cover up too much of the, it might not be a bad backdrop for these guys, but I think that's too busy. I like the things to remember, and with some foam, I could kind of make it cross over here. So I think I will use it, even though it's a very similar color. Let's see. The title, the words kind of work. So there and there. Is that enough? I think I need a little bit more foam to bridge that. I do want to use that just for fun one, because I love the color. Yeah, Patrice was absolutely thrilled when she got that. I actually had made her a gift, and I just kind of stuffed the shirt in there as a last-minute addition. And I think she was happier with the shirt than with her gift. Okay, so if I did this here, I'm going to put this kind of so that it's some adhesive there, and I'll hope that it's resting enough on the frame that it works. Okay, and here that needs a little bit more foam to touch the bottom. Okay, so it's touching both sides. There's sleeves on both sides. I really like this. And I could maybe do something like that with it. And then maybe something, I can't go under that, but I could kind of fake it and make it look like it's gone under by cutting it right there and then figuring out how much to cut off there and there maybe. That works. And none of these extra frames is going to get in the way of being able to see the background. So that's what I like about it. I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here, and I'll cover up that that punched crown. I'm going to let it go maybe, I'll do that. Okay, and I'll let that stay up. I may do a thin strip. Let me make sure I have that on camera. The camera's at it's being held at a different angle than I had it because the placement's different, and I think a screw has come loose, and you all, anyone who's known me has known for a long time that I had a screw loose, but I was hoping it wouldn't affect our our viewing. Okay, so here I'm gonna kind of move this over this way so that it's not so lined up with that. But how to do that? I'm gonna lift this and maybe do that. Okay, there we go. And then I need to straighten it out, make sure this stays. I want that to be parallel right there. Let me get that under there. I'm going to put this on here. And once I get it straight, I will, and I'm sure it's straight, I'll glue it down.
Hey.
Okay. Hey.
I was gonna see if there was any way that you could be dressed in the next 5-10 minutes to go, because I'm going to pick up Katie. Because I didn't want her driving to work to go eat.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't
You mind if
think
I take her out?
No, that's fine.
And then we'll be good. And then the thing that you were gonna make,
yeah.
Can we do that tomorrow?
Yeah.
When Barrett's here, because Barrett now won't.
Sorry, I'm
Sorry.
making plans. Okay. Yeah, no problem. I was supposed to maybe go out with Allie, but I haven't heard from her, so I'm assuming she doesn't want to go out.
Stay where she is, and I
Yeah.
told Barrett, where's the camera?
Yeah, right here. Oh, okay. Here's Reese. I'm gonna.
It's the Reese.
So you can
I figure
put her down.
I figure if we're gonna have an interruption.
Say hi. Say hi, Reese. Reese, say hi to everybody on YouTube. Reese is now YouTube star.
She's shy.
Okay. And James, come see the layout that I'm working on. It's a layout about giving Barrett's jersey to Patrice.
Oh, wow.
So So I cut,
Oh, nice.
I cut out the photos.
The little bee.
Yeah.
The little
Baby Barrett. She gets so excited. She tells me when I talk to her that she's wearing the Baby Barrett's shirt. Okay. So I'm back to the task now. Sorry for that interruption. There's snow outside and the roads are terrible. And James was just offering me a chance to go eat when he goes to pick Katie up from work because he doesn't want her driving in the snow. And I can't be dressed. I can't do this video and be dressed and go out to eat in 5 minutes. So not going to happen. Maybe I could use, I love this piece of ribbon and I want to use it, but I'm not sure yet. So let's just kind of keep looking. Let's see. I'm going to move the box over so maybe you can see it and see me going through it and trying to figure out what I can use on this page. So, we have right here, this is a label, and I like this label. It's the right color and might be nice right there as a base for flare or something. And let me pull, I have a selection of flares in my in this box. These are the cool colors and you know, kind of masculine themed ones other than these florals. But I've got this, which kind of has a strip. I kind of wanted to use some of these. I like that one because it contrasts, but it does have the blue in it. Let's see. I think there was another one I had in mind, but I'm not seeing it. So I'm going to do one more flare, and I could use one of these. Yeah, that looks good. That adds. Actually, why don't I pull out a couple more? Here's one that's got lots of blues in it, and here is one that's white with a blue geometric design. So let's kind of see how those work together. Let's see. I could do this, maybe could sneak in right there. That's what I'm going to do with that. And remember that the more that I use out of this bucket, that's the less I have to put away, because all of these things, there are probably homes, meaning I have places that are designated for most of this kind of stuff. And if I don't, it's because I don't like it and probably don't want to use it anyway. This is a clear sticker that says love you, and I'm just gonna kind of work it in over here because, again, being a clear sticker, it isn't going to hide my background. Okay, I've got, oh, there's a gear and it's gold. So let's pull a piece of foam. Go right in the center, and I'm going to kind of prop it up twice. Oh, That gold paper is wonderful stuff that I used for making Christmas cards a few years back. And it's been called into duty to die cut gears for layouts, a couple layouts lately. Okay, so let me pull the flare off and see. This gear might be a cute a cute background for a flare. Okay, so I could do that there. And do we want the gear flare? Or is that kind of too obvious? How about this one? I like that, actually, but I don't like it on top because it kind of hides that. So I'm liking it just off to the side, kind of part of a cluster. And let me get this in. So what that means is that the taqueria bowls I was going to make tonight, I'm making tomorrow night. And so I'm not cooking dinner tonight. And I was looking forward to that dish. I subscribe to HelloFresh, and I picked this. This is a brand new recipe that I've never cooked before. I'm trying to get this turned around with my crazy fingernails. I want to get that straight because it'll show if it isn't. Okay, so that's good, and then I can do some other stuff up there. One of the things I have is this this die cut leaf sprig. I think I have another one, and it's cut out of black, so it could maybe, the only place we have any greenery, if you will, is kind of down here, and it could maybe get incorporated there. I'm not crazy about that. We'll see. I'm going to look again. Oh, here's some more black leafiness. I have what is this? This is a piece of, a camera. Yes, a camera. There's an enamel heart, enameled metal heart. So I'm going to put the camera, maybe, let's see, it's one of these kind of cameras. Looks like a Rolleiflex. I'm going to maybe do it as part of that cluster. Okay. Still not sure where or if I'm going to use those. What else do we have here? I have some half circles. You know what I have? Let's see if this works. I've got these things. The sticker is obviously gone, but the stickiness isn't. And if I cut around this, it leaves a little white border, but I should be able to lift it up and put it on the page just as an open circle. And I like the idea of open circles. They're kind of like the frames in that they show the background, and I kind of like that background. Okay, let's see. Ooh, that's gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna build a cluster down here. Based on that, and I'm gonna put maybe that flare in it, and then under the flare maybe I'll have some greenery, like some blackery, I guess, kind of like that. Might not use that one this time. Okay, so let's get this popped up. And it kind of allows me, using that black circle, I'm trying to see which, okay, that's, I'm sorry, I keep moving the camera. I think that is more like what I've had going on lately. I need to tighten the screws, and what I need is to get a webcam. And when Barrett goes to his Christmas gift from Grandma is a car stereo for his Corvette. And we went to the store to buy it, and we had to order it. I'm not sure. I guess that's really just the word, and I have to fussy cut that out. But I like it, and I'm willing to do that. Again, cutting as much of the white from around it as I can in order to keep it from blocking the background. And you may recall a layout that I had several occurrences of the word love. This one apparently is going to be all about several occurrences of the word fun. This is a Bella Boulevard font that I really love. In my very first Secret Not Secret Kit Club kit 100 years ago, I got an acetate overlay that had a bunch of words in black on, clear acetate. And I fussy cut them out and used them as accents and titles on pages. And I think I still have a few pieces of it left. And Christina gets amazed every time, or amused every time she sees me use something. She says, "Well, you haven't finished that yet." Okay, so I'm going to put this guy here on top of the crown, but maybe I'll put it on top of a flare. Like if I put that flare there, and I want the stripes going up, and then just layer the word fun, kind of touching that. I can do that. This is another of the cute die cuts that JoJo Kelly did for me and gave me as a Secret Sister gift. Look, a piece of a frame. Wonder if there's anywhere I can use that. I could use it kind of at an oddball angle. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Well, maybe I'll layer it down. I'll put it down. And then I'm gonna just touch this with a little bit of glue. I'm just gonna put the glue on here and let it'll stick like crazy wherever that glue makes contact, but the rest of it will look like it's how about like that? And then I have some enamel dots that I used on a layout this morning that I want to be sure and remember that I have, because they're the right color to kind of explain among all these blues, this is clearly a teal. And so I kind of want to reinforce that color. There we go, with teal there. And then I could maybe add a teal up here. I'm still looking for something to go right there, and if I had a good, let's see, I have some small things here. There's a button right here that kind of, I don't know what the words say. This is an old My Mind's Eye collection, but the colors kind of go nicely with that flare. That was a lucky break there. I've got this little kind of a tag bit that with just one, if I had two that kind of went out at different angles, that might work, but I think I won't use that. I'm not, okay, I've got this that says hello, and from that same collection, I have this that says stay wild. I don't really know that I want to hide that much of the background, although that is kind of cute. Let's see what the stay wild looks like, kind of right in that same area. Not doing it for me. So I'll put that back. I'll put this back. Ooh, I saw some pins. Here's one that says Our Life. It's an epoxy pen, love, and then this beautiful kind of heart. sort of thing. There's a heart. I do want to put some tickets in there, but I can't say that I really want them to be orange. Okay, those are some. I'm not really ready to, that needs to go someplace else. That does need to get put away. What about this? Can I use this in any way here? This is a cut file that came in a Creative Cuts Club set 1 month, and I didn't use it. I had it hanging on the wall. I don't think so. I'm going to straighten it out, and I am going to use it, but not on this layout, not this page. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else that's just reaching out and grabbing me right now. Here is a stamped butterfly that is a little bit cranky. It's crimped, I'd say, but that's not going to keep me from using it, of course. Shine on. That would be a good sentiment for Barrett. It's as he goes into his last year of football. I'm going to put the butterfly out there. And this has ended up somewhat monochromatic because I didn't use this little guy. I may just kind of put this, I want to put it on the frame so that it doesn't obscure the background too much. I do want to try to use this guy. And I want to use the Shine On. It's got foam on the back of it already. Let me put a piece of this kind of foam. This is a different kind of page for me in that it's monochromatic and somewhat minimal compared to many things I do, but I think it's kind of what I set out wanting to do with this page. I just don't think there's any way to use that there, so I'll put it back in the bag. Is there anything else in the bag? I don't think so. Ooh, I did find another gear that's in that same gold cardstock. Gosh, I'm gonna have to use my tweezers to get it out. That's how jam-packed this thing is. Guys, this is ridiculous. Okay. And this maybe could maybe use it up in there. And we'll have some silver and gold going on. I'd get credit for that. People always assign me challenges that they think are crazy by normal human standards, and it doesn't bother me at all. And one of them that I get assigned fairly often is mixed metals. Mix some metals on your page, and that doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Okay, I can't get any glue out of that, but I bought something that I don't know where it is. Let's try it. This is a Nuvo glue pen, and of course it's not opened. So for small things like this, that might work. I saw this when I was ordering the Nuvo the liquid adhesive. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see how this, I think I need to press it down. So I'm going to press it down on something that I don't need, like this guy. Maybe should have done this before filming. There we go. Okay, so a little bit of glue there. Let's see how that works. And if it works, I may default to that when I need to, put glue on small spaces, like when I'm backing cut files, for example. And I don't want a glop of liquid, and the tape runner is just not appropriate. Okay, so this guy maybe could go right up in there. And you'll see me trying very hard to use the flare that I pulled out so that they don't end up in a crazy box if I don't use them. Just gonna put that right there. And this I will have to put away, but for now it's gonna go just right over here on top of my lamp. Okay, I'm done. Is there any way that I can use this, because it's just too cute? Maybe no, all the others are at parallel angles. Let's see. Maybe something like, how about this, guys? This may work. Let's pull the enamel dot off. I'm just going to put it off to the side, and we can kind of have it going like that. That's just some additional texture, and it's something that doesn't get thrown away, and it adds a little bit of interest to the page. Let me make sure that it's all hidden. I'm gonna kind of turn this around. I'm not gonna use that, so it goes back in the bowl. Not gonna use that. I'll worry about fixing it later. What I need to do is say that I want to use that on a page, and then just, okay, I'm going to kind of force it in under the flare. The flare has kind of hardened in. I can cut a little bit of that off. Because I don't want it out here even with this. Okay. I'm going to do it this way. I want it parallel there. And then I'm going to put this enamel dot over there to kind of hide where that gap is. Okay, so that's done. So we have open frames. That's kind of the theme of the whole deal there. And kind of a monochromatic thing going on. And then there will be the story of the jersey, how I got the jersey because James didn't want to wear it. There's actually even more to the story in that at some point, you know, everybody that was at the game and sat behind me and saw the jersey, and you know, Barrett was kind of like always one of the best players out on the field. They would comment and say, oh my gosh, I love that, you know, and they knew it was an older picture of him when I was wearing his 6th grade picture when he was in high school. But they all just thought it was cute. Oh, did James get you that shirt? And, you know, stuff like that. So it was all, I thought, a positive thing. And then James tells me that Barrett was embarrassed by my wearing it. Oh my gosh, don't want that to happen. So I apologized to him and I said, not a problem. I said, I'm sure that, you know, I mean, I can keep it and scrap it. I said, I'm sorry if that embarrasses you. He said, oh no, it doesn't embarrass me at all. The only thing embarrassing about that shirt was when my dad was thinking about wearing it. So he said, for you, it's fine. So I guess fashion rules for grandmas are different than for dads. So I said, oh, okay. So I kept on wearing it until I thought he wasn't going to be playing there anymore. So that's when I gave it to Patrice. And I'm so glad I did. I'll miss that shirt, of course. And I'm sure more than one person's going to ask me where it is when I go to the game. But it means so much to her. Okay, so that's it. That's my... talk about a mishmash of strange things here. I'll probably write a little bit of time and place, like when I handed the shirt over to her, and then I'll write something that gets pasted on the back with my label, and then I'm done. So happy Tuesday. Go take a dive into your stash and make something pretty. Bye.